Hello everyone, welcome to Harv's World, where we're back on Elmcreek. Me and Caveman. No Sharko today. Sharko's busy with family things for the holiday weekend. Good for him. Hope he's enjoying himself. Man, we've got quite the crew in. Starting off today, outstanding. Ed Reed, Jonathan Bear, Mr. Inadequate, Jordan the Canadian Kid. Who else? Kevin, Sprue, and Glue. Both of our mods in today. Outstanding. Welcome, guys. David Smith. Everybody have a great Christmas? Did you guys have a really good Christmas? Mine was casual, you know. Here, hanging out with Harv. I get to hang with Harv every single day. I don't recommend it. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, say hi, Caveman.
Hello.
And and Mr. Corbin, of course. Ben, how you doing, bud? My nephew, as most of you probably know at this point. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Altoona, how you doing, man? Good to hear that, Matthew. Good to hear that. Matthew had a good Christmas.
That's great to hear.
Sounds like everybody had a pretty respectable Christmas. I hope so. Well, if you don't eat too much on the holidays, Jordan, you're doing it wrong. That's
Well,
like,
apparently I did it wrong this year.
you didn't eat too much?
No, I didn't.
What is wrong with you, man? Actually, I didn't really either. I did cook a holiday meal for myself, though. Went above and beyond. Had a 10-pound ham in the oven. It was almost as big as the turkey I cooked for Thanksgiving. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Matthew. Got the heavy equipment bundle coming from Canada. Nice, very nice. I love mine. Absolutely love it. Thank you again, Jonathan.
I love
Kyle.
mine, even though I don't have a place to put it to use it right now.
That's a shame. Hey, Kyle. Kyle Krems. We've got two Kyles. Dustin. The word for the day is grass. Help mow the word.
Oh, nice.
Building a 1/24th scale model of a Ferguson TE20 tractor. Oh, very cool, Sprue.
You'll definitely have to share pictures once you're done.
Absolutely. Hook us up, brother. We're actually in kind of an in-between stage on the farms at the moment. We're probably going to get through a couple of months this stream just because everything's planted, it's all prepped and ready to go, and we're scrounging to try to find some work to do.
Nope.
Destin, nobody got you FS22 for Christmas. Shame on them.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you already have it, though?
That's a fair question too. Did you already have it? Having a hard time staying in my lane today for some reason. And Kevin, you and I need to have a talk here pretty soon, bud.
You missed some grass.
Yeah, I'll come back for it. I probably didn't back up far enough, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oops. So, what did you get for Christmas that you were really hoping you would get? We already know Sprue got the Ferguson model. That's really cool. Dustin, all they did was add to your to-do list, your honey-do list. That sounds
Sorry
like
to hear that.
that sounds like traditional dad type stuff. Dad, here's a tie for Christmas, and I need you to do this, 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 and this. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Jordan. I will check those out. I'm always busy prepping for the stream right before, so I don't really look at Discord too much. Kevin, no, you're definitely not in trouble. Not even remotely in trouble. It's a good thing, trust me. It has to do with something you and I talked about previously. Is he in trouble, Caveman?
It depends on how he looks at it. Hey, it's a valid statement.
Be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. And as Spock says, often the wanting is more pleasant than the having.
You got the new Pokemon game. What's the new one? The Diamond and Pearl one or the other new one?
Yeah, that's totally caveman territory there. I know almost nothing about Pokemon.
Kevin may be the new Sharko. No, I don't think that's it.
Nobody can replace Sharko.
Sharko can't even replace Sharko. What are you talking about?
No, he can't.
Nice.
Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl Pokemon.
Yep. Jordan, I actually think they did a pretty good job on revamping those games. I will say they're a lot nicer to play on the Switch than they were on the DS.
So, do you guys do like the Pokemon Go thing also, where you run all over town and... Or is that even still a thing now?
It's still a thing, and Harv, you're way off the ball.
I know. I'm paying attention to chat.
I know a lot of people, the only one they know is Pikachu. And then my aunt thinks that all of them are just different Pikachus.
Well, aren't they?
Well, Pikachu is a Pokemon, and they're all different Pokemon, not all different Pikachus.
Why is it that the only time you see the cosplay girls doing Pokemon, though, it's always a Pikachu costume? They never do any of the other ones.
I've seen quite a few of the other ones.
Have you?
I've seen just about every Eevee evolution. Basically all the cute ones I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Although that's kind of like, oh, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, the cosplay girls only ever do Velma from Scooby-Doo. 99% of the time, that's all you see is Velma.
Yeah. Yep.
How many bales have I got? I'm getting a few this time, at least.
That makes number 14.
It'll be even better the next time around.
That's what I normally get off my whole field. All my fields is 14.
I'll have at least 16, I think. Close to 16.
missed a little bit.
Who did you find in FS22, Jonathan? Snow Bunny. You don't want me to cosplay anything, trust me. And especially not as I couldn't pull off a Daphne. Unless it was like, Daphne 30 years from now. Or 30 years from the cartoon when she, her hair turned gray and she got fat. That would be Harv as Daphne, trust me. You found Thelma in FS22. Or Velma. Oh, Harv's definitely not a Fred either. I would be far more closer to Shaggy.
There you go.
I'm definitely not blonde, so.
Yeah, you do Shaggy, and then we get Sharko to do Scooby.
Actually, you know what would be perfect for that? What would be absolutely perfect is if Sharko was Gilligan and I was the skipper. That would be the perfect cosplay for us.
You got another bale in there?
I've only got 1,500 liters, so this is not going anywhere.
Okay, well, I'm gonna load all your bales up and get them all put together.
That works. We're not selling them anytime soon, unfortunately.
Okay. You said you were gonna wait till they were ready to go.
I am going to go ahead and roll this field, though.
You do that.
Oh, I will. Not quite that old, Sprue. Not quite that old. Hey, Easy Rider, how you doing, bud? Good to see you again.
Got a total of 22 bales.
I'll take it. That's over 100,000 liters. 110, 20, 121,000 liters of silage to sell off. Very nice indeed. Now I showed people this on the Friday stream, and so I'll show you guys today too. Instead of fertilizing a grass field, rolling it is the better choice. And I'll credit Caveman for pointing this out to me. Because, I need to turn grass on though so we can actually see it. You can see this purple part is harvested. As I'm rolling, it's actually converting, it's not only fertilizing the grass, it's also setting the grass to growth again. So getting a little extra growth time out of it. If you just put fertilizer on, it doesn't do that. You have to wait until the next month before it will start growing again.
Yep. So you're getting, well, if you take it down to account of how often it actually updates the grass, you're one tick ahead if you roll it versus just fertilizing.
Right.
And it does need to be a meadow roller, or that one that we found that does both meadow rolling and regular rolling.
Yeah, this one here is off of Mod Hub. I don't know that it's available for all platforms, but it should be pretty darn close to it. Or, yeah, I don't know. Check it out. This is the Dootler Matador, and this actually does field rolling and grassland rolling. You don't have to have a separate roller for them. Which is bloody convenient, in my opinion.
Very convenient.
Oh, very nice, Easy. Glad you were actually able to... I know you were concerned that you probably may not be able to make it home for Christmas, so I'm glad you managed to pull that off, bud. Oh, you were hanging out with the Sprue? I was surprised on Friday's stream. I figured Christmas Eve, if there were 2 or 3 or even 5 people, figured everybody would be busy. But we had a nice little crowd. Ran long too, 4 hours. I haven't done a 4-hour stream in ages.
So, what else do we have to do besides the grass work?
That's it. That's the problem.
Okay.
We're gonna have to advance to October, and then we'll probably do Sharko's grass work.
I'll say before we do that, bring your roller and your plow when you come up to my farm.
And the plow?
And the plow. I gotta go find the cedar that we have. I'm gonna replant my grass field so that I can get that initial roll state like both you and Sharko did. I haven't done mine yet.
Oh, okay. Because it reset the needs rolling thing.
Yep.
I feel you. All right. Well, good. That gives us some extra to do. I've actually got a small portion of this grass field that I could stand to do that too also, but it's such a small part of it, I'm not going to waste time with it.
That, and I'm also probably gonna do a little bit of get a little bit of expansion to the grass field done.
Okay. Well, the baler's still over here too. We got to bale your bales before we do anything, right?
I already grabbed my baler.
Oh, okay.
Fast tractor.
So you want the roller and the plow, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to need the fertilizer spreader also, if you're going to replant.
Don't think we're going to. I think the rolling should take care of it.
I thought you were plowing it out and replanting your grass.
Yes. There's a crazy. I want to test something. I want to roll it before I plow it out, and then re-roll it to do the seed bed thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. That makes complete sense. You'd have double fertilizer.
Exactly, before I even planted.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay. That sounds. We were joking before the stream. Sprue brought up Sharko. We were joking before the stream that if we have a clean stream today and Sharko's not here, I'm going to knock on wood before I say this, that we know it's Sharko that's causing the issues with the stream. Well, so far, we have a perfect stream. Not a single warning, not a frame drop of anything. Raymond Guy, absolutely, man. Had a really good Christmas. Appreciate that. I'm glad you're dropping in. I hope you had a good Christmas too, my friend. I had a cousin that moved to Victoria in BC and she had trouble getting home. Her family lives in Waterloo, Ontario. Oh, well, I'm sorry she didn't make it. Maybe she did. Just had trouble. I'm not sure. David, you never have to replant grass. Ever. If you get it in right, absolutely the way it should be, it's a permanent crop that you can just, as long as you take care of it, you can just keep coming back and taking advantage of it over and over and over again.
Yes.
In FS...
because...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because of the update that FS22 got, it bugged out the roll state and stuff, so because that bugged out, I'm now only getting 95% yield versus 100 because of that little bit of the little bit of stuff that comes from rolling in the newer update. So I'm having to redo mine so that it's right.
Oh, we're going to need a mulcher. If you've only got 95% on your field, it's because it wasn't mulched before it was planted also.
It says something about rolling. That's all it says.
Right, but are you at 95%? Genuinely 95%?
Yes.
that means it wasn't mulched. Mulching gives you a 3% yield bonus, and then rolling gives you an additional 2%. So
Even with
Sparky.
grass?
Yeah, any crop.
Okay.
So
So
we'll want to mulch. I mean, go ahead. We'll roll it and then mulch it, and then plow it.
okay.
Trust me, I have done extensive testing on this.
I didn't know you had tested it on grass yet. I knew you were testing a bunch of stuff.
Grass was actually the first crop that I started testing on.
Oh. Okay.
I've done 3 different fields and probably a dozen different crops at this point.
Okay. Do you think that little baby mulcher that Sharko has will work?
Yeah, it's actually over here on my farm. Oh, I've got a 5.8 meter mulcher, 5.6 meter mulcher over here on my farm.
Oh, you've got a mulcher. Okay.
Yeah, I bought one. Remember,
Okay, well, I'll come.
Sharko did my oat field before we planted it last stream?
That's right. So I'll grab the mulcher too. I got the cedar.
Okay.
Some days it's a curse having the fastest tractor. Get to do all the running around.
That's right. Although, at this point, you also have the slowest tractor.
That is true. I have the fastest and the slowest tractor.
Caveman bought a new tractor. Well, it's an old tractor. We'll have to show you that thing. It's pretty spectacular, but it's kind of useless at the same time. Because it's slow, and it won't haul hardly anything. It won't. There's not a single implement that it'll run. Good morning, Hayden. Good to have you with us. Sharko is busy with family this weekend, the Christmas weekend, so he's not able to join us today. Yes, I do, Sparky. In fact, I was telling Caveman, and this will give you a little bit of insight into Harv himself. I fully recorded, edited, and it was a long edit too because of so much detail in it, a field preparation video called How to Get 100% Yield Every Single Time. If somebody's done this, I don't want to know about it. I know there's tons of info out there already. I don't care what anybody else has done. Just don't say anything about it. Please. Anyway, okay, my grass field is absolutely complete. Anyway, what I was saying is it's fully recorded. I could post it right now, and I'm going to throw it in the trash and start over. Probably 4 or 5 hours of work in that video, and I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to redo it. There are going to be plenty of videos. It's just finding time these days. Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah, that's right. It is Boxing Day. Forgot about that. Happy Boxing Day, everyone.
Go out, find your favorite kangaroo, put your gloves on. You guys are just brutal to poor Sharko. Just brutal. Between you get Sprue and Sparky in the chat, and Sharko doesn't stand a chance.
To be fair, he has a hard time standing a chance when he's on his own.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, He rips on himself a lot too.
He does. That's why we give him a hard time, is because he's so good-natured about it. We've got a fire department, but there's never any fires. On Instagram, I subscribe to a bunch of different farming channels, just like old tractor channels and stuff, and they're always posting videos of tractors burning, harvesters burning. Not always, but you know, every couple of weeks you'll see a video post of something burning to the ground in the middle of a field.
Okay, so we mulch, then we roll, then we plow.
No, we roll, then mulch, then plow.
Oh, I thought we rolled. I thought we mulched before we rolled.
Not if you want to get that extra fertilizer state on there.
Okay.
So we're grassland rolling the first time, right?
Yes.
And then the second time, we have to roll twice now, because then we've got to do a roll after you seed.
Right.
There it is. And you got a lot of bales stacked up, caveman.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of bales stacked up.
On my Erlengrat Let's Play, I'm actually considering buying a second baler.
Really?
Well, I just bought 3 new fields, and I am producing a ton of straw. And so I'm thinking a square baler for straw, dedicated to straw, might be the way to go at this point.
That might make some sense.
The fire department's on vacation until Sharko comes back. They know they've got time on their hands until he comes back to make trouble again.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does. Sharko, if you're out there, we love you, man.
Yes, we do.
You and Bud Light. Oh yeah, I've seen harvesters burning now. I've seen balers burning. Balers do get very, very hot. There's a lot going on in a baler. If you're not familiar with them, I mean, I've never used one personally, but I understand the mechanics behind it, and there is a lot going on in a baler. I don't know about you guys, but in FS22, I think the tractor sent you missed some grass, caveman.
I'll come back and get it.
I just figured I needed to point out every blade that you drove past, like you were doing for me.
It's appreciated.
Fair enough.
It's appreciated. I just need to find a way to get that little bit over there that's over the property line.
Good luck.
Actually, forgot I've got a windrower.
Yes, yes, you do.
A windrower might be able to grab it. Get that little bit right there. Yes, I did.
Actually, the contracts are really crappy right now, Sprue. We've actually been picking up some contracts because we've been so tight on money between streams because nobody really wants to watch anybody do contracts. That can get boring in a hurry. At least I think so. We'll probably end up doing a few here today though, just because we're really so short on work. Although I'm glad Caveman decided to replant his fields in grass. That'll at least give us something to do today.
Okay, I got all.
Now, are you redoing both of these fields or just that one?
Both of them.
Okay.
And this one I want to do a little bit of an extension on.
Okay.
I want to take it over probably a plow width, probably a plow width closer towards the barn. I'll have to actually just see how big of an extension I can put on it all the way down.
I see. Alright. Well, as soon as you're done baling this one, I will swap out and grab the roller and get it grass rolled. You can bale that other section.
Go ahead and grab that bit. That I missed.
You're gonna have one more bale in you on this row at least. Probably.
Possibly. There it is. Gotta back up some. Row's a little big for the baler down at that end.
That happens frequently. That baler does not have the widest pickup on it.
No, it does not.
I can't tell if my chat froze up or not. Last thing I see is Jonathan. Saying that he was typing something to you, or something that you said, Caveman, but I don't remember what it was.
That's the last thing I see as well.
Alright.
Yes, I can see that. Can you see that?
Yep, I see it. You're actually getting it quicker than I am. Yeah, I got some nice gifts. All in the form of cash. We'll take cash. A friend of mine gave me a $50 gift card on Steam. That was awfully nice of him.
That's nice.
And my sister sent me a little bit of money, which was very nice also. So I did okay.
Doesn't look like I'm gonna get the bales I used to get off of here. I think it's because I haven't baled this since that update happened. So it might have changed my yields.
Well, and remember this was a stage 1 harvest, not stage 2.
True. That's true, it was.
Because we wanted to get maximum growth before winter came in. At least I did.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I absolutely agree, Kev. I think they've done a great job with the sound. Take care, Sparky. Enjoy that 20-hour movie marathon, man.
Oh, yeah, enjoy it.
Sparky's family tradition annually at Christmas time, is to watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies and all 3 Hobbit movies.
That's a lot of movie time.
And it's not just the Lord of the Rings, it's the Lord of the Rings extended version. So it's the extra long ones.
Well, sounds like we got a madman.
Yeah, I can respect that. I love the Lord of the Rings. I don't care for the Hobbit. I think the Hobbit was poorly done, but I like the Lord of the Rings a lot.
I'm not a big fan of either one, really, but, you know.
Well, you're not a sci-fi fantasy guy.
I also like movies that nobody's ever heard of before, so... And I can't say the name of them one stream.
Yeah. That's good, because family friendly does not include porn.
It's not porn.
I know it's not porn. My twisted sense of humor.
It's splatter flake.
You ran the lights on your high school play of The Hobbit. Very cool, Jonathan. I'll bet your high school play version of The Hobbit was better than the movies. No disrespect to anybody who likes the movies. Be my guest. I'm just not a fan.
I just realized I still do need that fertilizer spreader.
I knew you were going to need it. What do you need it for, though?
Lime on the extension.
Oh, that's right. And we've got no lime. Harv accidentally sold off the 70,000 liters of lime that we had built up.
It was for a good cause.
It was a test, basically.
Okay, so I got 11 bales off of that this time instead of 14, which isn't terrible.
So that's roughly, give or take, a 20% decrease in productivity.
Yes, but I'll get a full another cut off of it before it stops for the year.
Right, exactly.
Which means I'll be getting more.
It's kind of a generational thing, Jordan. I love Harry Potter too, though, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, us kids of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we grew up with the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit books. So, in fact, I was just looking to see if there was any Harry Potter streaming anywhere, but I wasn't going to subscribe to Disney Plus to get it, so I've got plenty of streaming services already without adding Disney Plus too.
Oh, you like those movies?
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got the digital version of the collection.
I do too, actually. But anymore, I don't have a player set up in my bedroom. I've got it in my living room. But I never watch TV in my living room. Maybe I should move the player to the bedroom.
So now I need to mulch this entire field.
Both of them, yes.
Okay.
Now, on any additions that you do, Caveman, you're not going to get 100% because you don't have anything to mulch on your extensions.
That's fine.
But you'll still have 98%.
Yeah, and I'll also have the I won't have that annoying needs rolling.
Well, you can always you can always turn that off. Sharko wasn't even here when I sold off my lime, Jonathan. I was looking at our stone crusher that makes lime, and much like the greenhouses and factories, there are different methods. So it can store, it can do a distribution, or it can sell. I didn't expect it to sell it all at once. I think what I wanted to do was click distribution, so it kind of sold over time. But in testing, 70,000 liters of lime. Well, I put 20. What did I say that was? Came in? Was it with like 10 or 15, $20,000 or something?
It was around 20 grand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got that same digital collection. Actually, I think I've got the DVD. No, I've got the DVD collection of the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, I've got them digital.
I'm 50-50, or not even 50-50. I'm like 10-90. I still got hundreds of DVDs, which, you know, I converted over from VHS tapes because I had like 120 VHS or movies on VHS, and then of course, you know, everything switches to
Blu-ray or digital.
DVD. Blu-ray wasn't a thing when I started DVDs.
But yeah, everything now is Blu-ray or digital, it seems like.
Yeah.
It's hard to find DVDs.
Unless you shop on Amazon.
Yeah.
Don't be modest, blame Sharko. Yeah, you should Harv? You should go back and watch Harry Potter, Jonathan. It's pretty cool to watch them back to back. You just have to get over the time warp of these kids growing up, like, in a heartbeat. I get that, Jonathan. I do get that. Having something tangible in your hand seems so much more real than having a digital copy of anything. Again,
I mean, I get that too, but sometimes you just can't find it.
it's a cross-generational thing. It's what you grew up with. Although I'm very pleased that we have moved beyond the VHS age. Very pleased.
Well, around here we kind of went from VHS straight to Blu-ray. Like, they kind of skipped over DVDs for the most part.
Really?
Yes.
Do you
Nobody
still...
wanted to accept the fact that everything was going to DVD.
Okay.
and then Blu-ray came out, and then they kind of just jumped on Blu-ray.
Do you still have a video store where you live?
Yes.
Yeah, my little town has one too.
We have a store in Keysville where you can go and rent the movie and the player.
Oh wow, they still rent players too. That's cool.
They still rent VHS players and VHS tapes.
Wow.
Well,
Go ahead.
they also rent video games.
I think GameStop does that too. Does GameStop rent video games too?
No, they do not. At least the ones here don't.
Man, what am I thinking of that used to do video game rentals? I can't remember.
EB Games used to do game rentals. And GameFly. Blockbuster.
Maybe I'm thinking of Blockbuster. Oh, Jonathan, don't say such horrible things. 20 years since the first Harry Potter came out.
Has it really?
Oh my god. Where does time go?
Yeah, really. Now I feel old.
You've got small rocks in this field, Caveman, but I'm not seeing any big ones. As long as it's only small ones, you're okay. Yeah, same here, Jonathan. Man, time just disappears. Just bloody disappears.
Might as well lease the rock collector.
Field roller will take care of these. You don't have to rock collect them unless you really want to.
Lime.
Yeah, but, well, give it a shot, but I don't think these small stones provide much. Based on what Sharko was saying.
That's also Sharko.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, exactly, Ed. You notice how I glossed right over it? Didn't even acknowledge that it was a thing. You behave, Sprue. You're a moderator. Yeah, it is. There are quite a bit of the small stones in this field, so he might get something halfway decent out of it. You wanna switch, Caveman, and then I will go mulch your other field, and then you can extend this field however you want it.
That works for me. My tractor won't pull it.
Oh, that's right. I still forget about it. I used it so much in FS19.
Where it was like no horsepower requirement.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I'm not sure if it's attached or not, but...
No, it's not. And... the GPS locked, but that's okay.
No, that's because it was already turned on when I jumped in. Or when I got out.
Nope. Hey, it kept me on your line.
Well, that's good. I'll give you credit, Jordan. I absolutely give you credit for it. I just don't like to think about it. It's a, oh my god, do I feel old thing. Man, we might run out of time today.
We still got plenty of time. Got plenty of time. I mean, I even put up a light out here so we could see longer.
Oh, that's fair. Well, see, now, Sprue is just like using Sharko now as the scapegoat for everything. Oh, I can behave as poorly as I want to. I'll just blame Sharko and it's all good. I don't think it works quite that way.
I don't think it does either. Not quite, anyway.
I can't get away with that.
I really need to get the money to buy this neighboring property so that I can get rid of this
Fence.
fence. Yeah.
Hey Eric, how you doing, man? Good to see you, my friend. Oh, I know, Sprue. I'm just playing off you, man. One of these days, we'll have to get Sprue on stream. We'll get Sprue and Sparky on stream together and see if they actually do better than Sharko. If they can give Sharko that much crap.
Not a terrible idea.
Well, we got a lot of other people to get on stream first.
Yes, we do.
All of our prize winners, which we need to start discussing in the not too distant future, because we said after the first of the year, and well, we're awfully close to the first of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, atomic sneeze. That's, yeah, that's... I remember going to the theater to see the original Star Wars 2, man. I was hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. From that day forward. That was that 76 or 77? I can't ever keep track of which one it was. And you know, you don't see those actors from the Harry Potter movies, Jordan, doing much these days. I know Emma has done a little bit here and there, and she's some kind of goodwill ambassador or something for women's rights, something like that. I have seen one movie that had Rupert Grint in it, and one that had Daniel Radcliffe in it, but you don't really see him doing too much. A lot of times when, you know, you've got an actor who plays an iconic character like the Harry Potter characters, they get very typecast and people are afraid to put them in anything else. Okay.
Then you've got some that think they just deserve too much money for the role they're supposed to play.
No, that's true too.
Because I remember Daniel Radcliffe actually did turn down a couple of roles because he didn't think they paid enough.
Well, it depends on what it is, I suppose. Oops.
Might not be a massive extension, but it's an extension nonetheless.
Born in 84, Jonathan. I was graduating high school when you were being born. Okay, so you got your extension in?
Not completely, but most of it. Just a little bit of touch-up work to do here.
Have you leased a stone picker yet?
I forgot.
Kevin, you went to the drive-in to see Star Wars, or you actually saw the movie Star Wars at the drive-in? Because I remember going to the drive-in, and a lot of times I didn't see much of the movie. And that's as far as we'll take that. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That's kind of where I thought things were headed. Atomic. Robbing the cradle.
The
I got
rock
it.
picker has been leased.
I'm right here grabbing it right now. Oh, that's right. He was in the second Now You See Me. I like the Now You See Me. Those are really good.
Then the other field needed to be plowed now or rolled now.
It needs to be plowed.
Okay.
I don't think I saw the woman in black. Well, that's different. You've got a lump in your field.
Where?
Right here. You plowed out a lump.
Oh, you mean the part that swoops out?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like a lump, like a bump in the middle of the field.
Oh.
No. Trying to take up as much of the, the planted grass, or not planted grass, but the painted grass as I can.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I mean, you realize these kids are teenagers and they've made enough money already to last in their entire lifetimes if they use it properly.
And even if they don't, they still got enough to last a good while.
That's true. Oh yeah, Will Wheaton. He did Stand By Me, which was a great kid movie. Great boys getting in trouble movie. I love Stand By Me, but yeah, since then, you don't really see too much of him. Well, at least your tractor has a nice tight turn radius on it. You're not going to get that out of my tractor.
Really, yours won't turn that tight?
Nope, not even close. Okay, so we're going to need lime on this. After this... Oh, stop that, Harv. Oh, I could totally see Will Wheaton on the Big Bang. Probably playing himself, too.
Thought he did that.
He did. That's what Atomic Sneeze was just saying. Yeah, these little stones might produce more than I expected. I'm almost to 1,000 liters. About half done.
That field.
Yeah, on this
And
field.
then, yeah, that should give us more. That should give us plenty of lime.
It's 1 to 4, 4 to 1. So 1,000 liters of stone will turn into 4,000 liters of lime.
Plenty of lime.
Thank you, Kev. Thank you for that reminder. Very much appreciated always. We've got some great moderators, don't we, guys? Remember
Yes, we do.
remember to give it up for them too. Hashtag Kevin, hashtag Sprue.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate your work.
Yes, we do, absolutely. We used to try to keep up with it ourselves, and obviously it's become too much. Eric, actually, yes, he does have a wire recorder. He's probably got a couple of them. If it records, he's either had it, has tried it, or still has it. He is that much into those antiques.
So now what do we need to do? Lime?
Lime. But it depends on whether you want to buy lime or wait for this rock to process, but...
No, at this rate, it's gonna... Probably better off just buying a bag or two of lime.
Lime is very cheap, so...
I'll run and get the lime spreader.
Oh, you want to swap tractors since this is the fast one?
I mean, we can. I've just got to locate my weight first.
Oh, that's right. It's up to you. Go ahead. Go ahead and run my tractor if you don't mind on a little bit slower speed.
No, I don't mind it being slower. Not too much slower.
I've always been surprised by the stuff my brother comes up with, Eric. You know, the only reason I even know about all this stuff is because of him. For a long, I mean, and I'm not talking about a year or two. When I say for a long, long time, my brother was a big, and if you know who I'm talking about, you'll know what I mean, but he was a massive fan since we were teenagers of Dr. Demento. And my brother has an archive, probably a 30-year archive of Dr. Demento's shows that he recorded from the radio. He wouldn't miss them. Knew every schedule. When he switched radio stations, he would find the radio station he had switched to, things like that. To say he's a little bit obsessive sometimes would be a little bit of an understatement. He's a good guy, though, my brother. He tries hard. He works hard. Feel bad for him this year. He's been having some trouble. He broke his ankle at work when he was, oh gosh, it was the late 90s when it happened. And I remember they called, it was early in the morning because he was working second shift, so he got off at like midnight or 1 a.m. or something. And I was available, so I went to meet him at the hospital. Anyway, he's had a lot of trouble with that ankle ever since. For some reason, the wound wouldn't heal right when it initially happened. Not to get too gross or anything, but it still breaks open to this day, 20 plus years later, and it's been causing him a lot of trouble here over Christmas. So just thoughts and prayers going out to my brother, that's all. Alright, your big grass field has been stone picked.
Okay, and there is a lime station, or not a lime station, but a thingy over there.
Okay. Looks like your small grass field.
It's got a bunch of small rocks in it.
Oh, no, I was going to say, it looks like you expanded your small grass field, too.
Oh, I did.
Eke out every square inch of field you can get off this property.
Oh, trust me, I've thought about doing something crazy. I just haven't done it yet.
Uh-oh. Getting rid of buildings and...
Uh-huh.
I figured that's what you were talking about.
Thought about getting rid of that barn that I don't really use for anything, and
Trying to fill it in.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a little spot back in the corner I missed. There weren't any stones on that spot, though, so it wasn't that important, Jonathan. I didn't go back for it. I'm not used to your tractor. I'm squirreling it all over the place.
Yeah, it is a little squirrely with that thing behind it, isn't it?
A little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and empty this while I'm sitting over here. If I can sneak back here to get to your lime crusher. Oh yeah, we know, caveman with a plow. You never know what you're going to end up with. Sharko, anything else. It's caveman and plowing, though, that...
Even your tractor's a little light in the front end with this thing behind it.
Is it? I never noticed that.
Oh yeah, it's a little light, but it doesn't ride a constant wheelie, so we're good there.
Yeah, but you know, even if it was a little bit squirrely, 42 meter spread, man. Just can't give up that 42 meter spread. Now, one of the things that the game FS22 does that kind of was tripping me up for a little bit, I'll be honest about it, was if you roll your field before you plant it, it creates something on the map called a seed bed. But apparently that really doesn't have any major benefit to it. So I don't even know why they included it. Maybe it's something for future use with precision farming. I don't know. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. When it comes to farm implements, yes, Jonathan. Only farm implements. Only farm implements. The wider, the better.
What? Oh.
Jonathan says, so you like it wide, Harv.
Oh.
Maybe a steak. A wide steak. That'd be alright. With a wide baked potato. That'd be alright too.
I went through a lot of lime quick with that.
You always do. That's why I was happy to see us have 70,000 liters built up, and then it all went poof.
Well, now we know not to do that again.
That's right. Although I still need to test the distributing thing and see how that... I think that's sale over time, but I'm not completely sure. Well, Lily Fairy, hello. How are you today?
Hello.
I hope your wings are serving you well today. Your flight times are short. And Jonathan, you need to get Sev into watching the streams a little bit more. She stopped in for one or two, but not very often. Oh, there you go, Atomic. Yeah, my brother's a huge fan of those old radio shows too. Like, I was just telling somebody the other day about the shadow. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. Yeah, that was a real thing before television. Oh, I couldn't agree more, Eric. Although I don't read like I used to. Just don't have time for it anymore. While I was driving out to Nevada, though, I had Audible, had some audiobooks on tape I listened to on the way. This is Caveman's new tractor, the Zetor 25. And what I like about it is how it sounds when you fire it up. It's like an old 4-cylinder engine. He even got the wheel weights on it. Outstanding. But
I think the wheel weights was my only option.
Pulling the water trailer is about the only thing that thing can do. Yeah, I figured, Jonathan. I figured. Unless you think we need the stone picker some more, I think I'm done with it.
Okay, my fields are done. Do we need? We're not doing anything on your fields that require ripping it up, are we?
Well, we still got to plant and roll your fields.
Well, yes.
No, we're not ripping anything or not doing it. Oh, you're saying your fields are done with stone. Yeah, I'm not doing anything with them.
Okay, then yes, it should be good then. Gosh. Need just a tiny bit more.
See if the thing has processed some. It may have by now.
Well, that's true, it could have. Let's hope it has.
I'm gonna start planting your grass if that's all right with you.
That's fine with me.
The Shadow, Green Hornet, the Thin Man. Yeah, there's lots of great old TV or radio shows.
Hasn't produced anything yet.
Oh well, suckage. Oh, did you turn time down?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You said we were running out of time. It's like I turned it up for you at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, I'm not even logged in as admin right now. I forgot again. So. The Inheritance Cycle. I have not heard of the Inheritance Cycle. Eric, that book actually sounds really fascinating. I want to say I read the book The Monuments Men when the movie came out and I was made aware of it. I wasn't aware of it before. I did read The Monuments Men. Couldn't really get into the movie, but I did enjoy the book. Well, at least the lime helps to, kind of brighten things up a little bit.
That's true, it does.
It reflects enough light that you can actually see a little bit more what's going on. If you're going to plant oilseed radish, David, I would actually just wait and lime after you've plowed in your oilseed radish. Because remember, you have to lime after every third harvest. Oh, but you're not harvesting the oilseed, so I guess it doesn't matter. You're not going to get any benefit from liming your field before you plant oilseed, no, because oilseed's not a harvestable crop, it's something you plow under.
Okay, so that has been done.
It looks like snow here. I got you, Jordan. I have kind of gotten out of the fantasy science fiction realm of books lately and am more into not real. I'm not going to say real. Although, I will say that Stephen King's best series by far is the Dark Tower saga, so... There was a TV series that came out recently. I can't remember what channel it was on. It's based on a book by Philip Meyer called The Sun. And that is one of my all-time favorite books. these days. Shogun by James Clavell easily rates in my top 3 best books, novels of all time. Love Shogun. I've probably read it 4 or 5 times. Back in the day when I was into fantasy, Jordan, I really loved the Dragonlance Chronicles. The first 3 books and then the 3 books in the Twins saga were fantastic. If you're still into fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons type stuff. Can't say enough good about Dragonlance. The Shannara series, which I think somebody tried to make a movie out of, or a TV series out of, and it kind of failed miserably. It wasn't very good. I enjoyed the Shannara books quite a bit. I want to say that's Terry Brooks. And the Belgariad and the Malorian. By David Eddings, which I have a really cool story about, actually. They're fantasy books written by David Eddings, and then there's a couple of spin-offs. One's called I can't remember now. Anyway, I've read a lot of them, and David Eddings, obviously fantasy books always have very fancy covers. Well, I was going to school in Phoenix, Arizona, art school, to learn 3D animation, late 90s, and one of the classes I had to take was drawing, 2D drawing, learning how to draw. It's important to have that creative skill in your toolkit if you're going to be doing 3D. Anyway, I have this instructor teaching my 2D drawing class. His name was Larry Schwinger, or Lawrence Schwinger. And one day he brought in his portfolio to show us stuff that he had done in the past. And I'm standing there looking over his shoulder, looking at his portfolio, and all of a sudden the book covers from this series I love so much, written by David Eddings, start showing up. And I'm talking like full size, like, 18 inches by 24 inches in full color, hand painted, all of that. And I was like, wait, you did the book covers for David Eddings? And he's like, yep, sure did. And I was like, holy crap. So that was impressive. And then a friend of mine at the time, when I graduated from that school, got in contact with this art instructor and bought one of his leftover sketches, pre-book cover sketches from one of those books, and gave it to me as a graduation present. So that was pretty freaking sweet. Lifehawk, how you doing? Good to have you with us. Farming Sins, good to see you too, man. Merry Christmas to both of you. Well, Lifehawk, Happy Hanukkah. But hope you all are doing well. There you go, Farming Sins. Alright. You got grass and I'm almost out of seeds, so I gotta go to the shop to fill this up, right?
Yes. At least you got the fast tractor to run to the shop with.
That's true. And that field will need to be rolled at this point. Oh, you're already rolling.
I'm already rolling it.
You're on it like a carb on it. Your baby got engaged last night. Well, congratulations. Won't be long before we start calling you Grandpa Lifehawk. Or maybe you already are Grandpa Lifehawk if she's old enough to be engaged. I don't know. Don't care either way. Grandpa Lifehawk. Oh, you bought even more seeds. We got to do something about these big bags down here someday.
Well, I planned on buying a trailer when I have the money to put them all on,
Fair enough.
unless we can find a decent seed tender.
Fair enough.
We keep forgetting to check for small, cheap auger wagon on Mod Hub.
Yep, yep. And
I have to remember to do that right after the stream today.
we need to start reaching out to the people who won our playtime on our stream with us and find out if we've got anybody who is playing on console. If they're not, it doesn't matter what mods we add. If they are, then we need to...
Make sure they're console friendly.
And we'll just have to add GPS back in after a console crossplay stream if that's what we have to do, so...
Right.
See? I named the stream Feeling Grassy, and that's what we're exactly what we're doing. Feeling incredibly grassy. Although I thought it was a little apropos after, you know, a big eating day like Christmas to make a pun on feeling gassy.
It's still funny.
Getting all dad jokey again. Grayson Lloyd. Good question. No, you may not. Joining Harv and Caveman on stream. Hey, we've given away some of those. There's 5 people who will be joining us, and then you know, becoming an active member of the community. Reach out, be helpful. And who knows? I might just ask you to come and join me sometime. It doesn't happen very often. And actually, up until now, it's really been Caveman and Sharko. Doesn't mean it won't happen in the future, though.
Exactly, Lifehawk. Exactly.
When in doubt, pun it. Although you know the old saying, he who would pun would pick a pocket. And yes,
Can't say I've ever heard that one before.
I stole that from Master and Commander. If you've never seen the movie Master and Commander, I highly recommend it. It's very well done. They're sitting at the dinner table on the ship, and do you know what weevils are?
Ain't it kind of like a ferret or something?
No, weevils are just like mealworms.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, like would grow in. They used to grow in flour. If your flour got old, it would start growing mealworms. They're also known as weevils. So
yeah, I know what mealworms are.
there's a plate that's got like a biscuit on it, and for some reason or another, I mean, it's aboard a, you know, a masted sailing ship, right? So this is old school British Navy type stuff. There's these 2 weevils swirling around on a plate. And this guy turns to his friend, and this is Russell Crowe, and he says, tell me which of these weevils would you pick in a contest? Which weevil would be superior in a contest? And the guy doesn't want to play along, but he finally does, and he says, well, looking at the weevil on the left, it's the superior weevil. It's bigger. It clearly is wider and stronger and would be superior, no matter what it does. And Russell Crowe looks at him and says, "Don't you know, in the British Navy, you must always choose the lesser of two weevils?"
Uh-huh.
And the guy looks at him and says, "He who would pun would pick a pocket." So, there you go. That's the story between he who would pun would pick a pocket. I think we're done with your grass fields, as long as they've got 2 applications of fertilizer on them.
Well.
Oh, you got to roll. You haven't rolled that one yet, have you?
No, I have not rolled this one, the one that I'm sitting in front of yet. Looks like...
Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. Grubs and Sea-Tech. It is an intense movie.
I'm gonna have to do some, it's like the outer edge, the new extensions on the other field is gonna need it.
Oh, fertilizer?
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. That tractor won't do fertilizer. Rudder.
It's hard to tell
Too
because
heavy.
of the mulching. Oh yeah, there's one little edge around the outside.
Yeah. Do you want to do fertilizer or do you want to roll?
Oh, I'll roll.
Okay.
I can finish up your rolling. Did you leave the roller in the field?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. Horatio Hornblower, yeah. Absolutely, Jonathan. Well, that makes sense, Lifehawk. Andrew Key, how you doing? Gary Robertson, happy Boxing Day. I said
Happy
earlier,
Boxing Day.
find your favorite kangaroo, put on your gloves, get out there and enjoy your Boxing Day. And I only say that because I really don't know what Boxing Day is. Somebody fill me in on Boxing Day. What's the story behind Boxing Day?
If I'm not mistaken, it's just the day after Christmas where you basically box up everything and prepare for all your returns and stuff.
Okay.
But I might be wrong. So if there's a Canadian here that wants to fill that in proper, please let us know.
The Horse Pack came out on ModHub? I haven't seen that on ModHub yet. Was it today? I didn't think they dropped mods on Sundays.
I didn't think they were back from Christmas yet.
Yeah, me neither. If the Horse Pack is out, I'm going to be all over that. I love the Horse Pack. At least in 19 I loved it. Especially the big fertilizer spreader in the Horse Pack is fantastic. The one that's on tracks. Use the crap out of that thing. A, it holds a metric ton of fertilizer, and B, it's got an incredibly wide spread on it. Name comes from a time when the rich used to box up gifts to give to the poor. Boxing Day was traditionally a day off for servants. A day when they received special Christmas box from their masters. The servants would also go home on Boxing Day to give Christmas boxes to their family. Okay. So Caveman was partially right. There was genuine boxing going on. Not the fisticuffs version, the putting stuff in boxes version.
Okay.
I might have made a mess of this rolling, but I will check and come back and touch up anything that I may or may not have missed.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted. Nope. It's definitely been rolled. Rolling be complete. Mervin, how you doing, bud? How's the land down under, my friend? Oh, so they put it out, but it's got that price tag, that weird price tag emblem on it. It doesn't say horse. Maybe that's why I missed it. I might have just blown right past it.
I may or may not have blown right past it too.
Eric, they've actually included a filter for rocks. Stones. So if I turn stones off, you'll see all of that speckle disappear. They come in 3 different colors. Yellow means small stones. Where was that? This more red up here. It's actually orange, but it really should be more red. But I think the blue is throwing it off. Not really. Orange is large stones, I believe, and red must be in between. One of them's in between. Like a mix.
I'm only getting a 98% yield bonus.
I've got 99 right on this edge.
Something to do with mulching, I guess.
Well, it's either... Maybe it needed to grow to a stage before we mulched it. I don't know. Not just growing, but actually grown.
Right.
Or ready to harvest even.
Maybe.
That doesn't make sense. Maybe because the field was you expanded the field. I really don't know. It should have been, though.
Okay, well, whenever you're ready, we can fast forward to the next day.
I'm ready. Oh, okay. Simply Safe mods, not Mod Hub. No wonder I didn't...
Oh, okay. Not a Mod Hub thing. That explains a lot.
Yep.
Okay, well, I've got grass growing now. So now what are we doing? We're doing your grass field, right?
I don't think so. I think the only thing that we can do at this point is if we want to go work Sharko's farm.
Oh. Oh.
And actually, his grass isn't ready to harvest yet either. Wait, yes it is. All of his grass is ready. But it's going to be a short harvest.
So do we harvest it for him, or do we find something else to do?
What are our options? I mean, it's October. His grass could grow to one more stage before it gets harvested. I don't know. I say we plow it all under and replant it as oilseed radish, and when he comes back, see if he notices. And no, I would never ever do that, but it would be funny.
It would be hilarious.
That doesn't look like grass. Of course, he's watching the stream, or will watch the stream before next time, so. Oh. I do need to check on the price of canola oil, because I do have some that could be sold.
Okay.
That's sitting waiting. If I can there it is. And what's this worth? December. So we gotta wait till December for that. Yeah, the only problem, Jordan, is it's got to ferment into silage. It's not worth much of anything as grass, so. Oh, Gary, that sucks, man. That would be even better. Harvest it. If we could somehow magically get it to turn into silage. Harvest it. Get it converted to silage, and then sell it all off and say, I don't know why your grass isn't growing, Sharko. Oh, let's go ahead and do it.
Well, we're gonna harvest his grass.
Sure. I'll even lease a butterfly mower to do it. You've got a front mower, right?
Yes.
So I'll lease the butterfly that does windrows, and we can knock that out pretty quick.
I mean, how much grass does he have?
He's got a pretty sizable field. And several smaller fields.
Oh, he's got a lot of grass.
He's got a lot of grass. Hopefully this pottinger will work with your... You have the coon, right?
I have the coon. I would not know if they would work together.
Well, we're about to find out.
Let's see. You ought to check measurements on stuff first.
Well, all the front mowers are 3 meters. The only variation is the rear mowers and how wide they are.
Okay.
Landscape is ground to be very hilly. That would be funny too. Yeah, yeah. What about the DLC icon in the game, Jonathan? That's only what's been installed, right? It's not just everything that's available. Oh, at least it's still under warranty, Gary. You can get that sorted out. But yeah, right now, this is the worst possible weekend to need some type of customer service, I'm sure. To make sure I crush everything before I leave this parking lot.
Well, there goes my idea.
What was your idea?
I was going to use the little Zeter to pull the field roller down to Sharko's farm, but it's too heavy.
Oops.
It instantly pops a wheelie when I hook it onto it. At least it works to pull the water trailer around.
Where'd you hide your mower at? Oh.
It's on the front of my tractor. Oh, maybe if you put that on the front of yours, and like put that mower you leased on the front of yours, and you can back up and grab that other thing and pull them both down in one go.
Maybe.
Because I can't pull two things at once, unfortunately.
Why not, you slacker?
No hitches for it.
I was actually going to see if this Pottinger had a hitch on it.
Don't think it does, unfortunately.
It doesn't. Did you take the bale trailer over there already?
No, I have not. I completely forgot about the bale trailer.
Just wondered. Oh, this is a weird conglomeration here. Oh, I just ran over a deer.
Looks like we're having venison steaks tonight.
That's right. I hate when that happens. I had to see what it looked like from the cab driving with this butterfly on the front. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. But it is kind of laggy.
What, cab view?
Yeah, with the butterfly on the front.
Oh, I can imagine, because you've got the wind whipping all the cloth and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's a very narrow frame of view. Let's get out of that. That's better. When in Sharko land, do you have to drive straight? Well, to be fair, okay, I guess this corner of the map could be considered Sharko land, so no, not really. I don't have a price tag thing at the bottom of the list that shows more. Jonathan, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll check it out later.
I got the little Zeter can pull that the bale trailer.
Can it?
It can pull the big bale trailer, but it can't pull that small field roller. Explain that.
I'm on this page. I hit E. All that does is take me to the construction page. Okay.
Gonna be driving like the smallest tractor in the game.
To run the baler?
Not to run the baler.
Oh.
I'm pulling the bale trailer.
Oh, crapola. I forgot to change my work mode.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, life goes on. It's Sharko's grass.
In other words, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Exactly. Swath dropping, that's what I wanted. I don't, I'm not sure why he left the gap between these two fields. It seems like merging them would have made more sense. But
I think because he's planning on planting the field you're cutting, the smaller field, I think he's planning on planting that whole thing in olives eventually.
oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. You're absolutely correct.
I'm on my way over there in the slowest tractor.
Oh, I thought you were going to have to send a worker over. I figured you'd be baling this as I was mowing. Absolutely, Kevin. Absolutely.
The shortest way there, the worker likes to run the trailer into the side of the bridge. Regardless of what vehicle I tell it to use, it likes to run the trailer into the side of the bridge.
Hmm. I'll be fair, we're not going to need that trailer for a while, so...
Now I put him on work. Had to get past the bridge.
Well, this will be some easy baling. Nice, straight, clean rows. I like the Vicon swathing mowers better, but they run really high horsepower on those. These are, the Pottinger is more expensive, but the horsepower requirement's not, the horsepower requirement is extreme.
Yes, you're right. Sharko is in charge of hiring people.
Yep. Sharko hires the workers. That's always been a drawback. We might have to take that job responsibility away from him. He may actually have the most grass of all of us at this point, too. I think he does.
He might. See the little itty bitty tractor pulling in with the big trailer?
Yeah, I saw that come rolling in. I do think we need to switch to Sharko's farm and just transfer like $5 grand a piece to each of us so that we're compensated for working his farm while he's not here. Or something like that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Hey James, welcome to the stream. I was thinking about you earlier, wondering if you were going to drop in. How goes your new farm on the dedicated server? James recently became a Harvest World member and jumped on the Harvest World dedicated server. Asked for a farm and we... What? The traffic is just ridiculous. Traffic is just stupid in FS22. Like, that guy didn't see me in this field. It's a grass field. It's not like I was hidden by crops or anything. OMFG. Is his farming Canadian? Oh yeah, he clocked the crap out of me. Didn't even try to stop until after he'd already hit me. And then he just drove away. James done got some wheat in the ground. Yeah, if only I had a tractor that had neon Merry Christmas lights on it. Wherever would I find one of those?
Odd Network, I'm pretty sure, has something.
I guess he didn't expect some idiot to drive out of the field without checking for traffic first. That's fair. But he should know that in this world I always have the right of way. That's just how simple it is. Remember that Harv has the right of way, you wouldn't have these problems. That's the law of the land.
I thought the law of the land was in general farm equipment had the right of way.
Absolutely. The Neon Christmas Store. Unfortunately, FS22 doesn't have a Neon Christmas Store. Do productions start on later maps? Productions are 100% map dependent on whether the map maker decided to add production on their map or not. Unless you install Global Company and download production mods that you add to your gameplay on your own in FS19. The two that, well, there's Hoff Bergman has productions built into it. Several of the later CAS 64 maps have productions built into it. The PV Uncharted and PV series maps by Dajnet has productions built into it. Those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. That's right, Forrest. The law of the land. Harv and farm equipment always have the right of way. Learn it, know it, live it. That's right, Kev. That's right. Somebody should have told that girl that caused your accident that you always have the right of way, Kev. Oh, that's, yeah, Yukon. Yukon River Valley has productions built into it. I think I try to forget Yukon because, you know, I try not to think of Sharko stealing all that money. I mean, losing all that money.
Yeah. Either way, we try not to think about the loss of all that money, however it happened.
Yukon was fun, though. I did enjoy playing on Yukon.
I did too. I did too.
I still think PV Uncharted is my favorite, though. Oh, we're not talking about real world laws, Gary. We're talking about farm sim laws. This is just farm sim law. The farm sim law of the land is harv and farm equipment always have the right of way. See, now that just shows you how good-natured Kevin is. He got messed up pretty good in that accident, and he feels bad for the girl who caused the accident. I respect that, Kevin. Honestly, no sarcasm, man.
I can respect that too.
I'm sure she was young, and I mean, it's an accident. It wasn't done on purpose. God bless America. Harv? I wrecked this row. Oh well, life goes on. It's just Sharko's farm. I hope your baler gets really close to trees.
Not terribly close. Why?
Because I just sort of ran a row of grass right up into a tree.
Oh.
Hit the wrong button.
We all have that happen occasionally.
So the exchange rate cost us $18 million? I don't think the exchange rate is quite that dramatic, Gary. Not quite that dramatic. No, our problem at the end of Yukon was leaving Sharko to wrap things up. That was our problem at the end of Yukon.
Oh yeah. Definitely our problem.
He bought a scooter. He rode all the way to PV Uncharted on a scooter that was apparently valued at $18 million.
Yeah, and when we ended up selling it off, we only got $1,500 for it.
Yep. Maybe that's what Gary meant. The Sharko exchange rate. Not the Canadian exchange rate, the Sharko exchange rate.
Oh, yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
That would make a lot more sense, absolutely. Oh, we should probably do one big bale of grass. As I blow past Sharko's sheep here, having one extra bale of grass to put on his sheep pen is probably going to be a good thing to do. We can at least be that nice to him.
That whole section you got right yonder, I'm gonna bale in grass.
The
one right next to the sheep. Makes sense to me anyway.
Customs duties, the free trade agreement.
My baler is wider than my tractor.
Ethan, we are technically doing silage because we're wrapping these bales, and these bales are going to turn into silage. We're not doing silage in a pit, if that's what you're asking about, but welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. You ever back from your friends on the island that little? I don't remember what friends on the island misunderstanding. I genuinely don't remember.
Pineapple Bay. Pirate
Oh,
Farms.
that wasn't a
Only island I can think
misunderstanding.
of.
That was a crazy woman. If that was your farm, those trees would be toast. You're the tree butcher of Farm Sim. I can respect that. Yeah, I had a good little fertilizer side business going there. Oh yeah, I had a girlfriend on Pineapple Bay, and it turns out she was kind of getting in trouble with the law, so which ultimately got me in trouble with the law. Although I did it knowingly. It wasn't her idea to make fertilizer on an island that was forbidding fertilizer, so. Lisbeth. That's what her name was, Lisbeth. I can't even keep track of all my character names at this point. Too many. I hit the wrong frickin' button again, and now I'm gonna butcher this. Ugh. Oh well. Sorry, Sharko. You'll just have to get over it, buddy. Oops. Oh well, life goes on. His middle name was Shifty. Shifty Liz. Could have been worse. That's right, she did do the tractor ring around the Rosie. Trying to intimidate me. Sharko has got a lot of freaking grass, man.
Yes, he does have a lot of grass.
He's gonna be the bloody grass baron.
We gotta do something to fix that.
Global company, there shouldn't be a problem, Eric, with global company on any map. That's not entirely true. Watch out for anything by Urshaba, because Urshaba builds his own productions. And make sure that any production that Urshaba has created, you do not try to run with global company, because it will mess things up. Or no, you can't run Urshaba productions on any map that's not specifically built for his productions. And
isn't he the one that built those productions to go on No Man's Land?
Is he?
I don't know, but I do know there's like some productions that run on the principle of like the animal pens or something.
That's the ones, because if you try to run his productions on a map that's not coded for them, you won't be able to place animal pens.
Right, but you can use global companies or global company on maps that are coded for those, as long as those are not installed.
Okay.
Because No Man's Land is coded for those, and you can use it on No Man's Land, or global company on No Man's Land, as long as you don't use those as well.
Well, Forrest, the series we're talking about is called Pineapple Bay. My farm was actually Pirates Bay Farm. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but it has a pirate theme to it. So, pirates was a big part of the whole series. Anyway, that's you know, pirates.
Series that was really good. You ought to go check out if you haven't seen it.
There you go. You know, pirates, the whole. I told you to fold. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Okay, he got 3 grass bales on that field.
That ought to keep him going for a while. He's still got the first 2 we made for him. And that's true. The Pineapple Bay map is a very, very good map. I enjoyed playing that. It's big. It's a 4 times map. It's actually really generous to the player too. I know I could make a lot of money off of silage. I want to say like his silage price on that map was somewhere in the 900s, which is unheard of for silage.
On which map was that?
Pineapple Bay.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple of those maps that had ridiculous silage prices.
There are a couple fields on that maps that have central pivots on them, but they're not pivots like you would use in the real world. They were pivots that you could load with herbicide and fertilizer and take care of your fields that way. I never used those fields. I was building productions on that map. I was trying to recreate my aunt's pirate rum recipe. And succeeded, mind you. Spoiler alert. But a lot more went on there too. Well, Sharko's going to have a couple bales.
Just a few.
Probably just as well that we went ahead and harvested for him.
Too bad we can't just go jack his bales and sell them off as our own.
Right. Well, guys, I think it's about that time. We got a little bit done today. At least we got Caveman's new field set up or replanted with grass. We got all of our grass harvested and baled.
Yep.
I hope everyone had the merriest of Christmases. As always, you guys have been awesome. Take 10% of the bales as our mowing fee. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. We take like $5 grand a piece. Anyway, guys, very much appreciate you hanging out with us on a Sunday afternoon here on Elm Creek, the day after Christmas 2021. We will be back on Wednesday for our normal stream time, and then be looking forward to potentially, I don't have a plan yet, but potentially we'll be doing New Year's Eve with Harv, so keep that in mind. And yes, Lifehawk, that's a good point. Feel free to join the Discord. It's always free.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for our time here on Elm Creek. As always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. Any parting words or thoughts, Caveman?
Oh, just hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. It's a good day today, and hopefully we'll see you at the next one.
Absolutely. With that said, you all take care.